One of the things that I've learned over my years of experience as a marriage counselor is that there's a lot of variability in the kinds of experiences that people can have when they attempt to get couples counseling or marriage counseling. And I'd like to offer you just a few suggestions for you to avoid getting involved with a couples counselor who isn't really qualified to help you as a couple and who might end up making your relationship worse instead of better. I know that's a scary idea, but I tell you what, I want to be real with you, and so that's why I'm sharing this. Tiny bit of background, maybe TMI, but in graduate school programs that train therapists, there are different tracks. So the track that I went to in my master's program was specifically for marriage and family therapy. It made me eligible for licensure as a marriage and family therapist, and so it involved a lot of classes around family systems and different ways of helping couples and family assessments. I mean, there were so many different things. And then when I graduated, I had to spend a couple of years working with clients under the supervision of another licensed marriage and family therapist in order to become licensed myself. And that's how this works. Then, because I'm an overachiever or whatever, I wanted to learn more. I wound up going to a PhD program that made me eligible for licensure as a psychologist, which, you'd think Dr. Lisa, right? There would be more knowledge that you would get around couples and families in that program. Not true. I'd had one couples and family class in the entirety of my doctoral program. And if I had just graduated with that, I would not be very competent to work with couples. The supervision that I received to become a licensed psychologist was not couple specific. And the reality is that there are a lot of therapists who are seeing couples, as much as I hate to say it, very happy to take your money and provide couples counseling, who went to graduate programs where they might have had a class in couples counseling, and then they graduate, and because they don't really know what they don't know, they perceive themselves as being entirely qualified to help you with your relationship. And so what happens is that sometimes people come to couples counseling with someone who doesn't really have the education or experience to help them, and then that couples counseling doesn't work, which is awful because, as we discussed before, sometimes couples really seek counseling as a last ditch, like Hail Mary thing to save their relationship, like last stop before divorce. So they go to couples counseling with someone who can't really help them, and then they say, well, we've done everything, our relationship is hopeless, so we need to break up. And that is awful. That is just enraging to me, among other things, because if that couple had met with somebody who was more qualified, they might have had a different experience. So if you are on the market for a couples counselor, here is what to look for. Read people's bios. Take the time to research them. And if you see the letters MFT, which stands for Marriage and Family Therapist, it's a little bit different by state, but you will, when you scroll through their bio, say, I went to the University of whatever, their marriage and family therapy program. Or at the very least, they will be describing training programs that they went through postgraduate that kind of gave them the education and the experience and the supervision that maybe they didn't get in their graduate program. So also look for evidence-based forms of couple and family therapy. So things like the Gottman method, there's a ton of research to support it. Emotionally focused couples therapy is another really good one that has a lot of outcome research attached. And so when you are really looking at these qualifications, it will become apparent to you this person specializes in couples counseling, versus if you're reading a bio and they're talking about their work with eating disorders and substance abuse and whatever, and couples counseling is kind of a footnote at the bottom, it may be an indication that they don't have the skills and experience that you deserve. So that is just my public service announcement to help you get educated on the difference between someone who has the training that you're looking for and someone who might not. And I hope that this empowers you to, at the very least, read bios, ask questions, and shop around. Just very briefly, another thing that outcome research shows is that the measure of success, in addition to working with people who specialize in evidence-based forms couples counseling, also depends a lot on how comfortable and confident you feel in your relationship with your couples counselor. So don't take the first person necessarily that comes along. Meet with someone, see if they offer a free consultation, talk about what's going on, and get some of their recommendations, but also see how you feel. And if it doesn't feel like the best fit, go interview someone else, because this is a big deal. It can make all the difference in the way your relationship pans out. And I think that you have the right to connect with someone who is going to be a fantastic fit for you, someone that you feel comfortable with and confident in, and that you can trust with the most important thing in your life, your relationship. So I hope those words of advice are helpful, and get in touch with us if you have any questions. Thank you.